my name is Reese Tyson, and as an aspiring teacher in the 21st century, I understand the importance of having a strong educational philosophy. Today, I will be discussing how my emerging educational philosophy has been shaped during my time at Griffith, particularly through 1399 EDN, where I've explored a range of philosophers. And with thorough research, I have chosen to base my emerging philosophy on the ideas of John Dewey and Nell Noddings. Together, their approaches to teaching create a balanced classroom where students are encouraged to be hands-on and experience an ethic of care. As a future teacher, I will empower my students to have a meaningful impact on society and equip them with the knowledge to challenge social injustice when they encounter it. To do this, I will design lessons that foster inclusivity, equity, and are socially just, where students feel valued regardless of their categories of difference that far too often affects their educational experience. These differences include their gender, language, culture, ability, religion, and socio-economic background. Philosopher John Dewey argued that learning should not be based on memorization alone, but through hands-on, collaborative learning, students can fully learn new skills and knowledge, learning by doing. In my future classroom, this philosophy will be evident through project-based learning. Research highlights how project-based learning functions as a critical pedagogy, fostering student agency, collaboration, and social responsibility. In a Year 7 science class, I would get students into groups to investigate how water's freezing and melting rates change under different conditions, such as adding salt or starting the water with different temperatures. The students' recorded observations would then be shared with peers and analysed together what these differences could mean. This example also connects strongly with the Australian curriculum content descriptors, such as using particle theory to explain changes in states of matter, developing investigable questions, and planning and conducting reproducible investigations. This example also incorporates the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers, specifically Standards 4, Create and Maintain Supportive and Safe Learning Environments, and Standards 3, Plan for and implement effective teaching and learning, as I understand the importance of not solely basing lessons on my values, but on professional standards too. The next educational philosopher I want to implement into my classroom is Nell Noddings. Noddings emphasised the importance of forming caring relationships to foster a supportive and safe environment. I believe that social justice starts when we allow students to feel emotionally safe. To do this, I will strive to meet the individual needs and challenges of each student to foster a sense of belonging. This idea also reflects Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where students need to feel safe to fully engage in learning. Practically, I would implement Noddings' ethic of care through daily check-ins where students can choose to share how they are feeling or what they are looking forward to. This small act shows students that I care about them holistically, not just their academic output. Another aim of mine I previously touched on is to bring students together through group work. This approach will allow students to engage with peers from different cultures, genders, religions, and socioeconomic backgrounds. I believe this is a powerful method to show students that unique experiences and backgrounds contribute to a meaningful society. These methods also align with Standards 1.1. Use knowledge of students' physical, social, and intellectual development, and 1.3. Design and implement teaching strategies responsive to students from diverse linguistic, cultural, religious, and socio-economic backgrounds. Additionally, these strategies reflect the Queensland College of Teachers Code of Ethics, particularly respect, which calls on teachers to recognise and honour the diverse identities of all learners. By incorporating Dewey and Noddings into my emerging philosophy, I aim to structure my classroom with integrity, equity, respect, inclusion, and social justice. I will do this by including diverse texts with diverse portrayals of gender, avoiding marginalisation, challenging mythical norms, discussing covert and overt discrimination, and valuing the lived experiences of all children. As a former high school pupil, I understand the importance of having engaging lessons where all students have an equitable chance of learning. And I believe to do this, I must value a student-centered approach to learning. The 21st century is calling teachers to do more than just deliver the same curriculum in a copy-paste format for each student. So by embedding Dewey's experiential learning and Notting's ethics of care, my teaching philosophy balances hands-on learning with authentic human connection. This approach aligns strongly with the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers and the Queensland College of Teachers Code of Ethics, ensuring my practice is not only effective, but ethical, inclusive, and socially transformative.